guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2025 Nissan Rogue Rock Creek.
And a big thanks to Red at Courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Red.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Rogue has been Nissan's compact crossover SUV since 2008. The third generation Rogue that you see here was released in 2021, receiving a powertrain update for 2022 and a facelift last year for 2024. For 2025, Nissan adds this all-new, more rugged Rock Creek trim level, featuring all-terrain tires, roof racks, hill descent control, and a new camera with off-road specific viewpoints and a 360-degree view. The 2025 Rogue is available in 5 trims, ranging from the $29,000 base S up to the $39,000 top-of-the-line Platinum. Here we have the Rock Creek, which is the most rugged Rogue to date, with standard all-wheel drive sitting right in the middle of the pack when it comes to price, with a base price of $35,420. And in my opinion, you get a lot of value here for that money. What else do we get for the money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your updated styling specific for this Rock Creek trim level. The top of the grille kind of reminds me a little bit of the new Frontier we just reviewed in this channel. We get an LED daytime running light up top, full LED headlamps, and a halogen turn signal. Down below, we don't get front parking sensing, but we do get a forward-facing camera helping us out with the off-road viewpoints and the 360. Red outline Nissan badge with a Rock Creek specific trim piece for the lower right part of the grille area, a little bit of lava red trim in each corner, functional airflow in each corner. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera. Really good looks. The wheel and tire setup, as we mentioned, we get the all-terrains. They're Falcon Wild Peak all-terrains, just the trail versions, which are their least aggressive all-terrains. You can upgrade these tires aftermarket to something more aggressive, but these are already the most aggressive tire setup that I've ever seen on a Nissan Rogue. We had gunmetal gray 17-inch rims with lava red or orange contrast, specific Rock Creek etched into the orange contrast. Dimensions on these Falcon Wild Peaks are 235/65 R17s. With all-wheel drive, the 235 wide tires shouldn't have any issue putting the power to the ground, and the 65 series sidewall should keep the ride quality very plush. We have a little bit of plastic cladding for the bottom part of the bumper leading to the wheel well area, splash guards and plastic cladding for the rocker panel side skirt area and the rear wheel arch. But with the white metallic paint color, the black cladding actually contrasts the paint very nicely, especially with the blacked out A, B, and C pillars. I almost kind of wish they added a full black roof for the Rock Creek trim. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. We get black Rock Creek badging in the lower left part of the door with a mountain range in front of it, black contrasted mirrors, LED turn signal on it, and a camera to help us out with the 360. Blind spot monitoring on the glass, black trim for the bottom part of the window trim. I kind of wish they continued the black trim instead of the shiny chrome up top. We get the black tubular roof racks up top, too, part of the Rock Creek package. We'll take a step over to the other side. We also get smart access for the driver and the front passenger, but we'll take a step over to the other side because this is the side of the window sticker. Before we check out the window sticker, let's check out the side profile on this more rugged, most rugged Nissan Rogue to date. The window sticker, though, let's take a step a little bit closer with the glare. Hopefully you can still pick it up for this 2025 Nissan Rogue Rock Creek all-wheel drive with a $25,420 base price. You guys can pause, take a look at all the standard features. It is loaded. Probably, in my opinion, the most value-packed trim level for the 2025 Rogue. We also get the Rock Creek Premium Package. It's $800, giving us the hands-free power liftgate, reverse auto tilt down outside mirrors. So when you put the car into reverse, the mirrors automatically tilt downwards towards your rear wheels, so you don't have to worry about scuffing up these beautiful 17-inch rims. We get memory seats for the driver and outside mirrors, 4-way adjustable passenger seat, power, wireless charging pad, and a heated steering wheel. $250 for the splash guards, $425 for the white metallic paint, and $440 for the Rock Creek all-season cargo area protectors, which include floor liners and a first aid kit. $1390 for the destination, totaling us out at $38,720. Solid on gas, 29 mpgs, 27 in the city, 32 on the highway. That's not bad considering these rugged, beefy all-terrain tires and a power plant with over 200 horsepower, like 225 pound-feet of torque, and a 0 to 60 time under 8 seconds. Good performance, good on gas, good looks, loader of features, and surprisingly affordable at a $35,000 base price. The gas cap is pushed open with easy fill. You could throw 87 octane fuel here for this turbocharged 3-cylinder, but I would heavily recommend putting in premium fuel for the higher output, higher compression motor. We get full LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights. Lava red outline Nissan badge, Rogue blacked out right beneath it. Shout out courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. Black all-wheel drive badge with a red Rock Creek right next to it. We get the 3 notches in the rear bumper. That's where you swipe your foot for the smart release tailgate, where you just swipe your foot and the tailgate or lift gate opens up. But I'm not that smart. Even with the key in my pocket, I've never been able to figure that feature out, so I'm going to stick to just pressing the button to open it up. Either way, the exhaust tip in the lower left corner. And speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 1.5 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 1.5 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder sold by Nissan for the 2025 Rogue. And it sounds okay, you're not going to hear a whole lot with a 2500 RPM rev limiter, but cranking out 201 horsepower, 225 pound-feet of torque, made it to a CVT transmission, sending the power to all 4 wheels. You can expect 0 to 60 in the high 7-second range, which is no joke considering the price point and fuel economy that this power plant can produce. Unfortunately, no hydraulic struts. I'm just using my arm as a prop rod, but what you see is basically what we get. We can shut this hood right down, walk around this beautiful 2025 Nissan Rogue Rock Creek one more time. Let's take a step inside and see what we get with probably the best value trim level available today on the 2025 Rogue. We get soft touch materials up top, leatherette in the center, gushy soft leather for the armrest, auto one-touch driver's window, power windows for the passengers, 4-way adjustable mirrors, 2-person memory seats, aluminum door handle, and nice grain material for the outside. Plastic step-in plate. We get the leather contrasted seats with cloth inserts for the back and bottom portion. The leather for the bolsters is nice and supportive. We get Rock Creek etched into the top part of the seat, contrast stitching for the headrest, contrast stitching all throughout. Electrical adjustments. We get lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. But taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So as you guys can see, outside of the lava red accents and contrast stitching, really not a whole lot changes in this interior outside of the backup camera, because we get 360-degree screen on a $35,000 base price Nissan Rogue. Great display, guidance lines and trajectory for the backup camera, and a 360 right next to it. Pressing this camera icon, you also get your off-road mode. Here you can see exactly where your wheel is as opposed to like a cliff, so you don't drive off of it. You press one more time for a backup camera only, and right back to the original screen. Throwing it right back into park. Now we get our forward-facing camera. You can see everything in front of you, even for the 360. That's pretty cool. Throwing it into drive, we stay in that screen. You can evaluate everything in front of you if you would like. Throwing into reverse, we alternate back to our backup screen. That's not something you're getting on any other Rogue. That's specific for the off-road features that we get here on the Rock Creek. Not quite sure if you picked it up either, but the mirrors, when you throw it into reverse, as you guys see, they fold down and point directly towards your rear wheel. So you can really see every inch of distance that this vehicle is covering at slow speeds. The steering wheel, it's the same material, same shape, but just different color and contrast. Paddle shifters, we'll check those out when we take it out for a drive. Flat bottom wheel, and just a really good overall feel. 9 and 3 feels excellent. Volume and skip controls, adjustments for the infotainment. Right now we're looking at tire pressure, audio, advanced safety features screen, settings, home screen with a digital speedo, trip computer, and right back to where we started. We can leave it in the digital speedo, my personal favorite, to leave it at all times. Tach goes to about 6,000 RPM, speedometer goes to 140, coolant temp underneath the tach, fuel level underneath the speedometer. The stocks have a satisfying click, auto headlamps, auto high beams, no auto rain sensing wipers. Their intermittent stock is right there in the center. Tilt and telescoping steering column, we get our active steering system, trunk release, auto engine start stop you can disable, interior brightness, air vents outlined in aluminum with some lava red contrast stitching, and leather for the dashboard. All soft touch for the dashboard with leather stitching for the front of it. We're still in that backup camera screen, so to return back to the home screen, you have to actually press the menu button. Beneath that, we get dual zone automatic climate control, heated steering wheel, vent adjustments, engine start stop button, 2 USB-C ports, wireless phone charging pad, 12 volt. Get your hazards between the 2 air vents too, and the lava red contrast stitched leather continues underneath the 8-inch touchscreen. The shortcuts, not sure if I mentioned, we get brightness, skip, audio, menu, phone, and camera. The volume and tune dials have a pretty satisfying resistance to it, but they do feel a little bit towards the economy side of things. The gear selector controlling the CVT transmission, we already checked out the backup camera. Cup holders will fit 24, maybe 32-ounce bottles. Electronic parking brake with auto hold. Hill descent control specific to the Rock Creek. Drive mode selector, we get off-road, snow, auto, eco, and sport. We'll start it off in auto, try out sport, maybe try out eco and just see what the differences are. The materials for your knee off and hit are just hard plastic. We get a decent amount of storage underneath the gear selector, though. You can fit probably 2 or 3 grocery bags down there. The armrest is pretty soft, padded, contrast stitched. The space is decent. You'll fit a 2-liter bottle of soda with probably a couple 12-ounce bottles outside of it with a nice storage slot for coins and business cards. The glove box, let's check it out. It is damp, not lined felt, but pretty large. You're going to stack at least 25, 30 license plates in there, easily fitting 2 pairs of shoes, a little bit of gloss black trim above it with some aluminum contrast. Auto dimming rear view mirror, it's not frameless though. Sunglass holder, the interior lights don't appear to be LED, SOS, and you can turn off the lights for when you open up the door. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat of this 2025 Nissan Rogue Rock Creek. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there. Actually, before we do that, let's see if we get dual pane windows. We do get dual pane windows, that's a premium touch, but we do not get the upgraded sound system. That's the only feature here, really, that we don't get that we would get from the higher trims. I'll unbuckle this seatbelt. Out back, up top, just hard plastic, but we still get that leatherette trim in the center and a pretty soft padded leather armrest. Aluminum door handle, power window out rear, additional one of our speakers. The second row seats are really well bolstered for a second row. We get that leather and cloth contrast. The cloth for the bottom and back portion actually helps soften things up. Legroom looks solid too. At a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, I have like 7-8 inches of knee room. Headroom, I have about 3. So if you're under 6'6", 6'7", maybe even a little bit taller, you'll sit comfortably in the back of a Rogue with no issue. That's impressive for a compact SUV. No mat pocket behind the driver's seat, but we do get one behind the passenger. Air vents, that's appreciated. 2 USB-C ports. We get a hump in here for the all-wheel drive system. Got to jab our hand into this cubby. 2 cup holders, you'll fit 24-ounce bottles. The interior lights are not LED, wouldn't be expected considering they weren't up front. And we get hooks and a grab handle for both of the rear passengers. That's about it though for the cargo space. The second row. Let's check out the cargo space and then take this 2025 Rogue Rock Creek out for a drive. So pressing the button, we don't need to press the button. It's a foot activated liftgate too. But as you see, a massive storage area. I'll leave a link right here, show you exactly how much there is with the second row up and with the second row down. Secret storage, we can move these mats out of the way. Check it out. Pretty decent amount of space outside of the spare tire. It's not a full-size spare, but still appreciated to get a spare tire. A lot of manufacturers are starting to do away with the spare tire, especially for the compact segment. The wheel wells don't really protrude, so you fold that second row down, I'd expect you to fit an 80-inch TV back here. Let me know in the comment section if you're a Rogue owner and if you fit anything bigger, but really impressive cargo space for a compact. 12-volt in the corner, that's also added for the Rock Creek edition. And we get a little bit of cutouts for grocery bags in each corner so they're not flying around. We get 2 buttons to close the liftgate. This button closes it, this button closes and locks the SUV. We don't need it locked, so we'll press the button on the left and the tailgate immediately starts, or the liftgate immediately starts to close, but it does so pretty slowly, so you have a little bit of time to get out of the way and not worry about getting doofed in the head. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of this all-new, more rugged 2025 Nissan Rogue Rock Creek. In my opinion, without question, the best looking Nissan Rogue released today, and probably the most capable with these all-terrain tires and all the added off-road goodies. It's not a true off-road SUV, but it looks like one, and it's priced very friendly considering the options and features that we get here. Performance-wise, let's take this 2025 Nissan Rogue Rock Creek out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Nissan Rogue Rock Creek. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, the brakes feel good. The steering is buttery smooth and responsive. The all-wheel drive system feels very consistent. And the throttle response, it's not super bitey initially. It wouldn't be expected with a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder. but as soon as that boost kicks in, it is very powerful. You can definitely feel a sub 8 second 0 to 60 time. Lean into it about a third of the way. This is what I mean. Good power. Gets up and goes very well. Road noise. You do hear a little bit with these all-terrain tires, but it's really not that bad. Ride quality is a little bit better than a regular Rogue because of these tires, so it's a pretty balanced trade-off. Lean in about halfway. Boost. Whew, really good low and mid range. It's just, yes, you have to wait for the boost to kick in. Good visibility. The pillars are narrow. The mirrors are pretty large. Steering is responsive. It's not necessarily great on center because of the tires, as you guys can see. Wiggling the wheel decently before it starts to really respond. Trying it out in sport mode, the steering gets a little bit more responsive actually. That's the beauty of electric racks. A little bit of body roll, but a very, very sharp turning radius. The guy in the 0 turn staring at me. But taking a step out here, about half throttle in sport, wow. Way more aggressive in sport mode. Like not even close. Let's try one out off the line. Brakes feel good. We get some rev match downshifts, which are fake with the CVT, of course. We can try a slight brake torque. And let's go. Oh! Yeah, it starts to fall on its face a little bit when you're crossing about 50 miles per hour, but it got to 50 quickly. That initial off the line with the brake torque jolt was legit. It felt like a quick car off the line. Sport mode, way more responsive. Guys, this is a sporty feeling vehicle. Let's try out these paddle shifters. We get rev match ratios. I wouldn't call them downshifts, but they rev match. Steering feels better. Throwing it in. Boost. Ooh. Guys, I did not expect this to feel as sporty as it is. It's not slow. I feel like they may have given this vehicle a little bit of a different tune because everything about it just feels more responsive and more engaging. We'll let this Mercedes pass and we'll try to open her up for real one time on the gas. That 0 to 40 is legit. After 50, like I said, it starts to fall a little bit on its face, but up until that, whew, it feels good. We'll try out a real world turning radius test. Sharp. Oh, about half throttle. Yeah, guys, in sport mode, this thing is responsive. Try out a little bit of passing power, about third throttle. Really good. We can take it out of sport mode, really no need to beat it up. Sport makes a serious difference. We'll end it off in eco mode, see what changes up. The revs immediately fall as compared to sport. About half throttle. It still feels strong. It's definitely less sensitive, but it feels surprisingly peppy even in eco. For daily driving, I think I'd recommend leaving it in auto mode because it gives you the best of both worlds, the good fuel economy, but it also gives you some pep when you need it. But sport mode, I'll tell you that this is actually surprisingly engaging, and I was not expecting this Rock Creek to feel this athletic and sporty in sport mode. Throwing it in way quicker than we should. Everything's flying around. Puts the power down. Oh, good handling. Whew, overall, if you're looking for a sporty, off-road-ish capable SUV that can comfortably seat 5 people, loaded with features, it has absolutely everything you could possibly want or need except for the upgraded sound system. And this sound system still sounds pretty good for a base. Considering what you get for $35,000, I don't think in this segment of compact SUV, you're gonna get better looks, better balance of performance and fuel economy, and better comfort in the interior. These seats are legitimately comfortable. This interior is spacious. The features offer just about everything you can want or need except for the upgraded sound system. Not only do I think that this is without question the best looking Nissan Rogue released to date, compared to the rest of the compact SUV segment, this might be one of, if not the nicest lookers out on the road today. Considering that you're getting over 200 horsepower, 225 pound-feet of torque, standard all-wheel drive with this Rock Creek, I would 1000% recommend checking it out. And a big thanks to Red and the rest of the management and staff here at Courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Red. And huge thanks to all you guys for watching. Had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.